So that radical move of, I want him to have made the little 2-year-old girl not have been abused. I want him to make my parents not have gotten divorced. I want, like he says, I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's like, basically, your brain is not big enough to understand why the Father and I let the world be this bad. But if you will choose to accept it, the answer that will work for now is, I am with you, and because of who I am, that is enough. Every single person who's chosen to do that, I mean, we're talking, parents died, and not like, I work with SRA survivors. Some people don't believe that's real, but it's like, so your uncle gets drunk and molests you. That's terrible. But if you live with grown-ups who 5 nights a week take you out to their friends and they're worshiping the devil and they torture you, that's like a level of horror that we don't even want to think about. So as deep into the pool as you can get, in those memories, Jesus shows up, and I wouldn't have the guts to do it. I mean, and he'll say, okay, I want you to trust me. You cannot understand why I allow this horror to be permitted on earth. But the answer for now is, I am with you, and because of who I am, that is enough. And that person, in those memories, that person turns to me and says, Carl, he's standing right in front of me, and his presence is so powerful that somehow I'm okay. I'm like, wait a minute. You're in a memory where Satan worshipers are torturing and you telling me it's okay? God damn it, I'm not okay with that. I want to kick in the door in like the movies, which is why we like those movies, the part of a human part of us. I don't want Jesus to come and say, I'm with you. I want Arnold Schwarzenegger, blam, 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 blam. And you're like, yes, you missed one over there. Get him on. Shoot him in the leg first, then the heart. Seriously, and Jesus says, okay, the answer for now, it's hard for you to accept, but the answer that actually works is, I am with you. Because of who I am, that's enough. And the person who's in the worst memories you have ever heard of in the world, she says, I'm satisfied. I'm thinking, okay, well, she has, I couldn't, for me to tell her, hey, you need to be satisfied with this, it's like, whoo, punch in the nose. She tells me, I'm like, which is why I have the crazy boldness and faith no matter where I go. I say, look, this is a hard plan to accept, but if you will accept it, I guarantee you it will work. And every single person who chooses to accept it, they tell me, I'm satisfied. Crazy. So another variation so the one they do, I'm going to go 3 minutes over. They do the thing where in the middle, they're in hell, and Jesus shows up and says, I'll explain when you get to heaven. And I actually am looking forward to that explanation. I actually, seriously, when I have a bigger brain and I can get it, I actually want that. But he says, for now, I'm with you, and because of who I am, that's enough. That's one option. The other one they do, same kind of deal. I mean, the person's in some horrific memory that I would never have the credibility. I don't have the right to tell them whatever. They're in some horrible memory and saying, Jesus, why do you allow this? Why do you have a horrible thing? Children in Syria, sex trafficking in India, whatever horrible thing they're talking about. Why do you allow this? Okay, would Jesus be there and interact with him? Yes. And they're doing as long as you're talking to them, and they're just. And so they get that expressed. Okay, what do you want me to know, Jesus? And occasionally, one half he does, I'm enough. I'm with you, I'm enough. And the other times, which has been a handful now, all of a sudden the person starts sobbing uncontrollably for 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes. And when they can talk again, they say, I am watching Jesus die on the cross right now. All of a sudden, it's like not some imagery, not like a meditation. It's like, I'm in Palestine. Like, here's the child in the memory. This is why do you allow this horror? And they sob uncontrollably. And they say, okay, I'm the little girl. I am watching Jesus die on the cross in front of me right now. And he just told me, he said, where were you? Why did you die? He said, when you were being abused, this is what I was doing. I was dying to provide the care, the healing, the redemption, the salvation. I've come to set the captives free, to heal the brokenhearted. When that was happening to you, I was dying on the cross, choosing to. If you didn't, this happened to you, you had no choice. I chose to do this. When that was happening to you, this is where I was, providing the way for healing. Every single person who's had that interaction, they get done, they say, okay. That's a big amount of street credibility, but he has it. Like nobody else in the world has the right to tell that little girl, trust me. Every single person who's had the interaction, they're like, it's like, he has earned the authority to ask this of me. He has the right to ask this of me, and I trust him. Now, what all that comes together is we actually have the answer. It's a crazy answer. It's a mysterious answer. It's like this backwards, upside down. The world, this is foolishness to the world. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to send in Arnold to blow them away, but if you will accept it, I am with you, and because of whom that's not. If you will let me be with you in this place, I don't care where you go, the world will have tribulations. It's a messed up, horrible, broken. The enemy has been farming suffering for thousands of years. And if we let Jesus be with us in that place, we actually are victorious. It's like, I've overcome the world. And every other plan turns out badly. Now, that whole picture there, I don't know if that get recorded. I hope so, because this all came together at 5 a.m. while I was laying in bed praying, and I haven't written it or said it before anywhere. But to me, that's a pretty big deal, that we actually have the answer for how to be in this world that is so incredibly broken and painful and messed up and full of evil, and actually be victorious as opposed to addicted or disconnected or bitter or hopeless, whatever. And here's a last little crazy, fun one. So one of these horrific sessions, horrible memories, we got to the place where the person's connected with Jesus, and she giggles. And I'm like, when you're 5 years old, in a memory of being tortured by Satan worshipers, you don't giggle. That's crazy. What the hell is going on here? And she says, well, Jesus is here with me. And he's explained to me, I'm actually I am the winning team. And when you just chose to be with me here, you just joined, we're actually winning. And he was like, oh yeah, they don't even know he's in here. They're doing all this stuff. They're staying up all night. They're going to be exhausted tomorrow. Feel like crap at work. And in the middle of their whole big deal, like in a movie, the superpowered hero is invisible. So he walks in and you're like, yeah, go. They don't see you, Go. He walks right through their whole big deal and the capture the flag. He's just they're still out there running around. And he's just you and me, we have the flag. So let's just go on home here and they'll figure it out in a few hours. She's like, me and Jesus, we actually just won the game and they don't even know it. And I'm just like, that's a pretty big deal. Okay.